Welcome to The Awakening, Black Women United. I am your host, Sherry Danny. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. Black women in mental health. The cost of Black excellence. Antoinette Candia-Bailey was a beloved administrator at Lincoln University. Her UnAliving devastated a community and roiled Black academia. Andrew Lawrence, Wednesday, February 28, 2024, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Antoinette Candia-Bailey couldn't wait to slap a Lincoln University bumper sticker on her mother's car upon receiving her acceptance letter to the historically Black college. After graduating in the late 90s with a degree in sociology, she made regular trips back to the Central Missouri School to celebrate homecoming with her sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Inc., the nation's oldest Black sorority. When a position as Vice President of Student Affairs came available at Lincoln in spring 2023, Candia-Bailey, a polished administrator with a PhD in leadership studies, whom most knew as Bonnie, saw fit to continue her higher ed career where it started. "I don't know anybody who loved that school more than she did," says Monica Graham, a former classmate. But when the two met up at homecoming last October, Graham couldn't help noticing a dip in her friend's school spirit. "Things have gotten bad at the university," Candia-Bailey told her, "but I'm not going to let it kill me." 3 months later, Candia-Bailey was found dead by self-unaliving at age 49. Says Graham, "My heart just dropped." Based on Antoinette Candia-Bailey's own accounting of her 8-month tenure at Lincoln, captured in letters, emails, and text messages reviewed by The Guardian, the trouble began with a disastrous performance evaluation Candia-Bailey received in mid-November. Candia-Bailey, who had considered her work to be at least satisfactory, was not only blindsided by the poor review, but also by the source, the man who had expressed such enthusiasm when he hired her just 6 months earlier. The November 15, 2023 evaluation meeting was the first time I heard many of the concerns, she wrote to Mosley. "When I respectfully challenged you, you agreed to strike a concern. I couldn't even finish the meeting because you didn't hear me. I left in tears. The situation went downhill," Candia-Bailey said after she asked Mosley and the Board of Curators for accommodations through the Family and Medical Leave Act and the Americans with Disabilities Act due to what she described as her severe depression and anxiety. She alleged Mosley had made jokes about and revealed her condition to peers. She filed a formal complaint, but Lincoln's investigation cleared Mosley, while Candia-Bailey was scolded by HR for taking no responsibility for her poor work. The Board of Curators declined to take action, with the board president, Victor Paisley, telling Candia-Bailey in a November 16th email it does not engage in the management of personnel issues for Lincoln University. A month and a half later, on January 3rd, Candia-Bailey was fired for insubordination because she mishandled student housing matters and mismanaged her staff, according to her formal termination letter. Let's listen to this clip.
We have to be honest, because she touched so many people's lives.
For Shauna Harris and Maya Lawrence, Dr. Antoinette Candia-Bailey.
Yeah, hi, Joe. Right now, there are calls for the resignation of current Lincoln University president, Dr. John Mosley. In fact, he used to work here at North Carolina Central University. But after the death of Lincoln University vice president and dean of students and student affairs, Dr. Antoinette Candia-Bailey, there is a renewed push to address mental health in Black women.
It just really feels like a nightmare, to be honest, because she touched so many people's lives.
For Shauna Harris and Maya Lawrence, Dr. Antoinette Candia-Bailey was affectionately known as Bonnie. She was a mentor, friend, and sorority sister. Both are still shocked by her sudden death.
I went to her for all of my issues I had at work, which I probably shouldn't have. But then I sat and I thought about, who does she have to go to?
Shauna lives and works here in the Triangle. Maya lives in Kansas City, Missouri, is a Lincoln University alum, and a member of the university's National Alumni Association.
We really, really want to know, one, they are doing an investigation, and they have been sharing that information.
ABC News obtained this letter from Dr. Candia-Bailey, alleging that she had been harassed and bullied by Mosley. She died by suicide. A statement on Lincoln University's website says Mosley volunteered to be placed on paid leave during a university review of what happened, calling Dr. Candia-Bailey's death tragic. The university has not responded to ABC News' request for comment.
There are constantly pressures within the workplace with Black women.
Ashley Campbell is a licensed marriage and family therapist, and she's the founder of RDU Black Therapists, a nonprofit created out of the need to increase access to mental health professionals. She says many of her clients are Black women struggling in the workplace.
We are largely burdened by having to work harder, having to be okay with whatever is going on without expressing our grievances for fear of being nagging or complaining.
Coping tools she recommends are taking time off and finding a safe space to talk about your emotions.
It's super important that we debunk this whole idea of sweeping things under the rug, because we also know that that's a cultural thing within our community. Not talking about things and just bearing it all.
A lesson for these ladies as they grapple with Dr. Bonnie's death.
Don't take a smile for like a sign that everything is okay.
And Dr. Candia-Bailey's ties to North Carolina include working at NC State and North Carolina A&T. As for Dr. Mosley, he worked here again at North Carolina Central University as well as Winston-Salem State University. I have reached out to him for comment and have not heard back. We're live in Durham. Akilah Davis, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
To this clip. We have to give more attention and concern to Black women's mental health. Black women, love yourselves and I love you. Do not unalive yourself over this racist white supremacist system, or to achieve Black excellence, or not to let your family down. Black women, put yourselves first, be selfish and have self-preservation. You can get another job, it is okay to take a break to not work for a while. Antoinette Candia-Bailey, you are missed, you are loved, and you are excellent, and you were enough. Rest in power, Queen. This has been The Awakening, Black Women United. I am your host, Sherry Danny. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video.